There is no mysticism or fiction in this story, the real story from my life. 10 years ago, I turned up to earn some money and decided to surprise my family with a trip to exotic Vietnam. I did not spare money for a good hotel and the rest of the service. In the morning, we rented a daily apartment. We left our suitcases there and went for a walk. We walked all day. In the evening, after having dinner at the restaurant, the tired returned to the apartment. We washed up, got ready for the flight, and went to bed. My wife and daughter fell asleep immediately, and a busy day of walking took its toll. I couldn't sleep. The dog prevented me from sleeping with his barking, located on the floor below. The barking was hysterical and with some kind of anguish. Judging by the sound, the dog was large and the owners were not at home. I lay in bed trying to sleep for at least 2 hours. I remember how angry and freaked out about this dog. She exhausted all my nerves. Exhausted, I went to the kitchen and made myself some tea. My wife and daughter were sleeping soundly. For some reason, their barking did not bother them. After drinking tea, I tried to fall asleep again. But the damn dog barked incessantly for probably 4 hours. I remember how surprised I was that the bastard wasn't hoarse yet. Tired, angry, and harassed by the endless barking, I went to smoke on the balcony. On the balcony, a dog could be heard barking from the door leading to the balcony. I was curious what kind of dog is so persistent it won't get tired of barking in any way. I tried to look out over the balcony, at least with one eye to look at this dog, but I didn't have enough height. The barking dog was out of my line of sight. I lit another cigarette, hoping that she would shut up and I would finally fall asleep. And then I listened attentively to this strange barking. And I finally realized that it wasn't a fucking dog barking. The barking was more like a human one. I remember this moment and goosebumps come. Scared, I went to bed listening to the barking and becoming more and more convinced that it was not a dog barking, but a man. There could be no mistake. I was 100% sure of it. Some part of me knew for sure and unmistakably that it wasn't a dog barking. I don't know why, but my body was shaking violently, my knees were shaking, and I was sweating wildly. The barking continued for another hour, then stopped. And yet, some part of me was grateful that I didn't get to see the one who was barking. I really don't understand how a person is able to bark nonstop for 5 hours. I've seen mental patients barking on YouTube videos, but I don't understand how you can bark at full strength for 5 hours without a break. Maybe it wasn't a man, but it wasn't a dog 100%. There can be no mistake.